Today, we are talking about the Lions' victory here. We are now 7-1 winning at Green Bay. Huge game. The implications here is massive for the rest of the NFC. The Lions, they go to Green Bay and just beat the dog crap out of the Packers. 24-14 win. If you actually looked at the scores, more like 24-6 for sure. Lions could have scored more if they wanted to, and they let them score a touchdown at the end. We're going to get into the game. We're going to get into what this means going forward. We're going to get into Za'Darius Smith because he's getting traded to the Detroit Lions in the next couple of hours, and that's why you see the thumbnail here. First off, when he does officially get traded, I'll make a video. Just FYI, we'll talk about, what the draft capital Lions had to give up because we don't know right now. We'll get into that in that video. This video, we're just going to talk about what the Lions did against the Green Bay Packers and what Smith can bring to Detroit. So let's go ahead and get on here. Jared Goff was 18 for 22, 145 yards, one touchdown, sacked one time. Quarterback rating of 109.3, and you say, oh, he didn't pass that much at all. Yeah, it was a really bad conditions out there. You didn't want to pass in this game at all. He was extremely efficient. He only 4 passes, didn't get a completion. Sorry, I almost sneezed there. That sounded crazy. I was trying to hold it back. Jared Goff playing out of his mind, especially with the weather was so bad with the rain and the football, so many drops for the Green Bay Packers, and the Lions just weren't doing that. We were playing out of our minds. So Jared Goff was efficient, and that's all you needed. Where did we win? We won in the run games here. So Dave Montgomery is 17 for 73 yards, an average of 4.3. Along of 12, Jahmyr Gibbs is 11 for 65, 5.9, one touchdown. Along of 18, Jared Goff was 3 for -2. Khalif Raymond that 1 for -12. The total team of 32 for 124 rushing yards, 3.9 average, 1 touchdown. Yeah, the failed Khalif Raymond play hurt the average. But the Lions, they ran the ball well. The Packers knew they were going to run it, and they still ran it well. That's what it's all about, right? Running when you know you can run and they can't stop it. That is the definition of a great team, if you ask me. So in the comments, who is your MVP of this game? Let me know in the comments below. Let's continue on here and talk about Amon-Ra, first down here. He had seven receptions for 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta, 2 for 28. Lions pass game, when they were passing, was really efficient because the weather was so bad, they had no other choice but to be efficient. So for him to only have 4 incompletions was crazy because if you look at Jordan Love, he was 23 for 39, and he had an interception, the pick 6 from J. Kerb. So the Lions were, even though it was not a lot of passing yards, Jared Goff did as best as you can be in the scenario that we're in. I don't want to hear that Jared Goff can't win on the road. Jared Goff can't run in the blitz. Jared Goff can't play in the weather. He did it all game long. He has been doing it all season long. He is on an MVP track right now, the most valuable player in the NFL. Whether you like to admit it or not, he is playing out of his mind. He sure just is. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets to sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price is guaranteed. That's the Game Time guaranteed. Lions traveling to Houston next week to face the Texans in a big game. Going to a game is much better than being on the couch. So if you want to check it out, go to Game Time. And our friends from Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. And what it does is it filters out all the fluff to give you the best deals on seats. So you don't have to waste your time looking through thousands of different tickets to find the best deal. How do you get the Game Time Picks? Well, simply, you go into Game Time app, you go find it. Go to the event you want to go to. The app then will look in a 3D view. Select the Game Time Picks button on top of the screen and automatically does the research for you. And it filters out the tickets in the database to give you the best deals on the best seats so you don't spend hours in a bunch of different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. In the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and if you move the phone left to right, you can see the surrounding area kind of like a 3D live photo. Also, all pricing is right there for you, so there's no hidden fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Do you want a deal? Go to Game Time. Plug in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to Game Time, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. You got to create an account. You got to have an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this show. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. You know, again, you look at the offense here, extremely efficient, and that's what you want to be. Allen Robinson got a reception there, by the way, and got a first down. But, you know, Jared Goff spread the ball evenly. It's not like everybody got a ton. You know, he had David Montgomery reception, Khalif Raymond receptions, Tim Patrick, Jahmyr Gibbs, Allen Robinson, Brock Wright, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's Jared Goff distributing the football to whoever is open. That's what makes him a really good quarterback, is he is now reading the defense. He knows what they're doing. He's dissecting it, and that's what's making him so good right now. He's just playing on a different level, and that's why he should absolutely be in the MVP conversation. I think he's leading it. I think he is right now the leader of the MVP conversation. Again, it's not like he's putting up gaudy numbers, but he's being so efficient and smart with the football. You have to have that as part of your quarterback stat or your player stat. How efficient and smart he is with the football. Turnovers win you and lose you games, and he is not doing it. He has been really, really good in that. So, again, do you think that Jared Goff should be in the MVP conversation? Y for yes, and for no. Let's go ahead and talk about the defense here. Jack Campbell, 13 total tackles in this game. He was all over the place. Jack Campbell was amazing. 6 total tackles there. Just did a phenomenal job. Carlton Davis, 7. Again, he got injured. He came back in the game. Carlton Davis has been such a good piece to the Lions. If we traded for him, 3rd-round pick, I don't know if we'll extend him or not, but he's been phenomenal. Alex Anzalone continues to be Alex Anzalone, a really good linebacker. And Terrion Arnold is getting better and better. Had a great tackle. Yeah, he failed on the 2-point conversion. Oh, well. But you're not seeing a lot of penalties anymore from our secondary. They're getting much better. They're improving each game. That is the whole point, right? When you have a new secondary, a bunch of new players in there, it's going to take a little bit of time to be cohesive, and now they're doing it. You're seeing it. You're seeing it right now. So it's a beautiful thing to watch. It sure is. So the special teams, they did their job. It's not like it was last week, but great team win again. Another team win like last week. To me, this was a blowout. With the type of weather it was, to be able to do what they did here, fantastic job. Okay, what does it mean going forward? And then we're going to get to Za'Darius Smith. Lions right now are sitting at the number 1 seed, and their schedule lightens up. We already got 2 road games in the NFC North. We only got 1 more road game left in the NFC North, and that's Chicago, who just lost. And we got to face Jacksonville. We got to face the Indianapolis Colts. The Houston Texans are coming up. The Chicago Bears. The Lions right now are legit. They legit could be the number 1 seed. I could see a situation where they're 11-1 a month from now. Could you guys see that? I could see it. This team is that good. And if they continue to do this, we'll get that bye week in the playoffs and home playoff game throughout the playoffs. It's so vital to have that home playoffs and to have that bye week, that second bye week, because we're beat up. So this game was monumental for that. It was absolutely huge for what occurred. Just monumental. So huge shout out to the Detroit Lions. Such a team win. Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down. It was the 4th. First it was 4th and 5, then went to the 3-yard line. He has got cojones like I've never. That was a gutsy call, and he did it. It set the tone. I saying going for a field goal. I was wrong. He was right. Lions, they defeat the Green Bay Packers. Such a good thing. Let's go ahead and get into Za'Darius Smith. Now, as you know, Za'Darius Smith is getting traded to the Detroit Lions. It's going to happen tonight. It could be happening while you're watching this video. What is he going to bring to the Lions? Well, he is going to bring somebody that has experience to get to the pass rusher, actually to get off of tackles. And that's the problem that we were having. Look, our interior of the defensive line has done a great job. They have. And now you can get Za'Darius Smith coming in here, who is a veteran at 32. He's got over 5 sacks right now. He is a guy who can still wreak havoc even though at his old age. And I think with this trade here, he can hold the fort down until Hutch comes back to the Super Bowl. I still think the Detroit Lions are even right now without Hutch, I think they're the best team in football. They are. This defense is much better than it was last year. This offense is better than it was last year. Jared Goff is better than it was last year. I think Za'Darius Smith is going to hold the fort down for Hutch to come back. Can you imagine now in the Super Bowl or in the NFC Championship, say Hutch gets back for the championship game, Detroit Lions have Za'Darius Smith, Aiden Hutchinson, bookends, plus DJ Reader, Levi, the Lions' defensive line could even just be great. Great. We just got to hold it down. I mean, we're doing a phenomenal job, 7-1. You just went to probably the second best team in the NFC, and you just beat the brakes off them. So everything is going good. So in the comments right now, are you happy with Za'Darius Smith coming to Detroit? Y for yes and for no. We'll break it down when the trade happens about the compensation. So I'm not going to grade the trade until we see what we got to give up. Again, at this point, I don't really know. So again, let me know your thoughts about this game in the comments. With that said, folks, adios.